welcome to our next video. This one's about Austria and Switzerland, and by the time we got to Austria, if you've watched our previous video, you would have known we'd been through a bit of an ordeal, and so we were mentally burnt out. We didn't realize it, but we had changed our route, and so we were on our way up to Netherlands and went through Austria, which we weren't going to, but just as we were getting into Austria, if I remember correctly, I managed to make contact again with a good friend of ours, Rene and Manuela
from Abu Dhabi,
and they happened to be at their home in Austria and offered us a place to stay, which we graciously accepted. And actually only once we got there did we realize that we actually needed to decompress quite significantly. So it was quite a godsend to have a house to stay in, a place to park the van, to do some work on the van as we needed, but really just time to chill out.
Because we'd actually gone to Vienna as well,
yeah,
which was also exciting because again I contacted friends who I knew were living in Innsbruck, and they then said no, they're actually in Vienna, and we were like literally a day before we were going to go to Vienna. So we met them at the Anglican church and then went there for lunch at their house. But the interesting thing about the Anglican church is while we were sitting there, two people came and sat behind us, and we actually know them. They from the Anglican church in Dubai, and they were visiting their son. So from not knowing anybody in Vienna, we were actually quite a good party there in the Anglican church, quite a good corner. But we also, Vienna, we were just so tired, and me being a musician, I just felt that I had to at least go and see Vienna, which was always the cultural or the musical capital of the world for so many years. But to be quite honest, we were done. We did go to Vienna and we did go and see the sights. It was raining, but we really just glanced through it, and we're on our way to our friend Rene because we just couldn't do this anymore. Just this constant having to look for a place to sleep, having to look for water. Water in Austria is very difficult to find because all the fountains have very beautiful
ornate
fountain heads, or whatever you want to call it. And so they aren't actually screw-on taps, and so we just battled to find water that we could use in the van. And we were exhausted. But after that, moving on to Switzerland again.
Just sorry, while we're with Rene, the one thing I missed there was he didn't yodel at all.
Oh well, we had Switzerland as well. We didn't get yodeling in Switzerland either. Switzerland we did quite fast because it's really expensive.
And it's not very campervan friendly.
No.
There are very few places that you can wild camp in Switzerland. Everything is marked no camping. They do their best to force you into paid camping sites,
which is very expensive.
Very expensive. Yeah.
Expensive. I mean, even when we had a cheese fondue, which is it was nice, but it was crazily expensive. We weren't going to do Austria and Switzerland in our initial planning, but my sister, who lives in the Netherlands, contacted us when we were either in Greece or southern Italy to say that she was having her 40th wedding anniversary, and could we change our plans and come to the Netherlands to celebrate. So that's why we then took that route, because our original route was to actually go to France and then to Spain and Portugal. So Spain and Portugal we had to forfeit, which is absolutely fine because family is far more important for us. And also because I've only got a 3-month Schengen. That's why we were racing through Italy and Greece, and because we wanted to do France and we wanted to do Spain and Portugal before my visa ran out. And so having to change course just gave us time, and that gave us then time to actually chill out for, it was a week. I mean, every day we told Reno we're leaving tomorrow, and a week later we were still there, and eventually said, okay, we now need to move on. Also, we have been to Austria and Switzerland before, but it is just so beautiful. Every single corner and viewpoint is just, you know, so picturesque, postcard pictures. It is really just a stunning place. So we did enjoy that. But and it was good for us. I think just having something calm to look at as well was just exactly what we needed. So I hope you enjoy this video.
Yeah.
And that's
if you haven't, please subscribe as usual and give us your comments, and hope to see you on the next one.
All right then.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye.
And we've made it into Austria.
Ski lifted.
Yeah. After battling the whole day trying to find water, we still didn't find any water that we could use.
In 400 meters, turn left.
But we've just got into Austria, but it's time to find a place for the night. This is our first little village in Austria, just past the Austrian-Italian border. We're on the mountain path to the gross Klockner. This is really a mild, nice meandering road in the mountains with little villages along the way. The Gross Klockner is 3,798 meters above the Adriatic. It is not only the highest mountain in Austria, but also the highest mountain in the east of the Brenner Pass. We didn't go all the way to the top because to get there would have cost us 30 euros for the van, which just to go and see the view was a little bit much. But this is also really very pretty. And suddenly from the motorway we in a gorge on our way to hopefully a good campsite. So this is very different to anything we've seen up to now. There's even a mirror there so you can see if a car's coming or not before you attempt to go. The other person on the other side is also looking at the mirror. The St. Stephen's Cathedral is the symbol of Vienna and also the very center of the city. At 136 meters in height, it is the tallest church in Austria. Its construction lasted for 65 years, from 1368 to 1433.
Wir rühmen dich und danken dir, denn groß ist deine Herrlichkeit. Herr und Gott, König des Himmels, du allein der Herr, du allein der Höchste, Jesus Christus, mit dem Heiligen Geist, zur Ehre Gottes des Vaters. Amen.
The Hofburg is the former imperial palace of the Habsburg dynasty in Austria. It was built in the 13th century and expanded several times afterwards. Since 1946, it is the official residence and workplace of the President of Austria. This is our parking place for the night on our way to Hallstatt. We've just spent a whole day in Vienna. This is just a pretty place. We slept last night and we spent the day today recharging our batteries. Physically. It rained most of the day. Now that the weather's a little bit sunny, we're going for a walk. This thing is the Chiemsee. Not sure how you say it. Neighboring mountains. But it's a bit cloudy and windy at the moment. This is the little village of Nazareth in the Tyrol area, where we're visiting our friends Rena and Manuela and their children. We arrived in the rain yesterday, and it rained the whole day, which was perfect for us because we just needed a day to just do nothing. But today it is so beautiful. The sun is out. We've seen a couple of these lawnmowers on our trip in Austria. Very clever idea, so that you can have your lawn mowed the whole day long and you don't have to do it yourself. We're in a very big house. It's their guest house, and because it's sunny today, we've decided to take everything out of Jana and give it a bit of an air, a bit of a dry, a bit of a wash. The history of the Einsiedelin Abbey starts with Meinrad of Einsiedelin in 829. The abbey church was rebuilt by the abbot Maurice between 1704 to 1719, and renovations were also started in 1977 and completed in 1997. The abbey is a major resting point for the pilgrims travelling to Santiago de Compostela Cathedral in Spain. It currently operates a private high school, along with a winery, restaurant and other small businesses in order to support itself. The chapel bridge is a covered wooden footbridge spanning the river Reuss diagonally in the city of Lucerne in central Switzerland. Named after the nearby St. Peter's Chapel, the bridge is unique in containing a number of interior paintings dating back to the 17th century, although many of them were destroyed along with a larger part of the centuries-old bridge in a 1993 fire. Subsequently restored, the Chapel Bridge is the oldest wooden covered bridge in Europe, as well as the world's oldest surviving truss bridge. It serves as the city's symbol and as one of Switzerland's main tourist attractions. Little roads that we have to go down to, hoping desperately that someone's not going to come up it when we're going down. People drive up and down here the whole day.
300 meters. Turn left.
Combis, buses and things, so we should be alright. going to Lauterbrunnen. Look at all the tourists and everybody else. And all the waterfalls. The Tremmelbach Falls are the world's only glacier waterfalls that are accessible underground by lift, galleries, tunnels, paths and platforms. They alone carry the meltwater of the glaciers from the Jungfrau down the valley, up to 20,000 litres per second. The water carries with it over 20,000 tonnes of boulders and scree per year and causes the entire mountain to shudder and make a thundering noise. Some exciting little tunnels and overhangs. Slightly different architecture in this village. Looking at all these Tudor-like houses that are
Turn left.
in this whole area.
Continue straight.
Okay. We're going up these hills, are we?
I'm just doing what Google tells me to.
Continue straight.
This road's far from straight, lady.
We're currently in Fribourg, which is quite close to Merton, in a little bit more southern western Switzerland. The whole scenery's changed. The mountains are far away. Just got fields, but all the canola fields now, so all the yellow. plantations. And we just parked in the woods next to the road. Very nice calm space.